Democracy and socialism have nothing in common but one word, equality. But notice the difference. While democracy seeks equality and liberty, socialism seeks equality and restraint and servitude. I strongly agree with this quote by Alexis de Tocqueville. My fellow Americans, I want you to close your eyes and imagine your daily lives taken away from you. Imagine being deprived of your basic freedom. Imagine being abused by the government in which you're supposed to trust. And is this how you want to live? With a better base of leadership, more wisdom, and better education, we can fight this. So stand up and help change America for the better with me. And I promise I will use all the energy and time you invest to help rise America out of the ground. In order to fix this country, we must have great leaders in place. Nations of the past and of modern times have fallen all too easily due to substandard and weak leadership that fails to command the appropriate powers to lead a nation. Think of the Romans and how they once ruled an empire that stretched as far as the known world. Even though their armies were unmatched and their influence was seen everywhere, they slowly crumbled because of the rulers that were not capable of leading a nation. Today, there was no mightier nation on earth compared to the United States of America. Not only is our nation many times more powerful than any others, we are also leaders in science, technology, economics, and freedom. However, all of these advantages would mean nothing if there are not capable people in power to guide the development and implementations of these issues. Kennedy and I may both come into the Congress in the same year, but I have also spent a great deal of time in the executive branch as vice president, giving advice and recommending solutions to the president. This has given me a broader experience within the government, while Kennedy has remained stuck in the legislative branch. Therefore, to meet the end of the demand for effective leadership, and experience and trepidation cannot be allowed in this critical point in history. We must elect the most intelligent, talented, and experienced candidates possible. If our nation is to face the formidable challenges of this brave new world, we should follow the wisdom and experience of the older generation. The old breed, those who fought tyranny and conquest, understand better than anyone the problems that we can face today in history. To thrive in this new age, we must rely on the words of the old. Free people of America lack sufficient comprehension of the threat of communism. Communism is not just an issue in the communist countries, it's also an issue in every country around the globe, including the United States of America. Freedom is superior and needs to be prevailed. We need to uphold the value we have, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in order to keep our freedom by using John Locke's social contract theory. Everyone is guaranteed this freedom because this ensures that all citizens abide by the same rules. We need to protect our basic human rights as human beings, for these rights are the basics of the Constitution, which we must sustain by fighting communism to keep our God-given rights and freedoms. As long as there's communists in this world, we cannot have a free America. In order for America to be the best and brightest, to have the best and brightest future possible, we need to change our education policy today. It is imperative that the amount of money allotted to education in the budget be increased in order to properly educate our children today and the generations to come, which will be soon in charge of this country and our future. We have built more schools in the last 7.5 years than were built in the previous 7.5 years or even previous 20 years. More schools means more funding is necessary, and I am strongly in favor of building more schools in the years to come. Part of this additional funding should be used to continue educating teachers throughout their careers. New training will result in better education for our children because the teachers will be trained with new teaching methods to better suit the learning styles of their students, which will improve their education, and it will keep the teachers updated with the most modern advancements in curriculum in order to prevent students from learning outdated information that will no longer help them or is no longer accurate. It is imperative that curriculum be updated to include recent history, new developments in math and science, and the latest of grammar rules and literature. Students need to be given the best education we as Americans possibly provide for them in order to ensure America will be in good hands in the years to come. The increased federal funds for schools should never be used to increase teacher salaries. If the government If the federal government is involved in paying teachers, they will sooner or later be involved with what teachers teach. On the other hand, I do not support our federal government telling our teachers what they must teach. To do that, we must strip the freedom away from the American people. The funding for schools must instead go toward other things, such as construction. So the state, cities, and school systems will then have more money to put towards teacher salaries without the federal government having power of the teachers and what they teach. Teacher salaries must be increased in order to recruit brighter and wiser teachers who have ability to offer our students here in America the best education that we can possibly provide for them, because wiser America today means a brighter future tomorrow. But as I said before, teacher salaries cannot come directly from the federal government because teachers must be free to teach without federal restrictions. I must stress that educating our students today is imperative for our future, and education must receive proper funding in order to achieve the best possible results. I reiterate that we need to teach these students in order for them to guide our future tomorrow. And for the sake of our democratic ideals, we should protect our way of leadership, education, and our freedom. With your help, we can fight against communism to save our way of life. A wiser America today, a brighter future tomorrow.